Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Diop. It is true that Plato does not always copy to the letter the Egyptian texts that were written 2,000 years before him, and which at times he interpreted with incomparable brilliance, as Amelino puts it. In fact, the primordial Nun, under the action of the god of becoming, begets Ra, who is the first I, the first conscious that observes the world, and who becomes aware of his own existence. The Nun is Ra's father, and that is what Ra calls him in the Heliopolitan cosmogony. Therefore, it is Nun's son, Ra, who, after he is begotten, achieves creation as the demiurge, while his father Nun returns to his initial rest and does not intervene any further in creation. Here, everything is clear once one adopts the starting principles of the Egyptian cosmogony. Ra, the god's son, the demiurge, completes the creation of his father, Nun, who goes back to rest. In the Tiamas, Plato tells us that the demiurge, after having fashioned souls out of pre existing ingredients, sowed them on the earth, the moon, the stars, these instruments of time. And after having sown, he left to the young gods the task of making the perishable bodies. And the god who had regulated all this remained in his accustomed state. While he was resting, his children, having assimilated his instructions, carried them out. Plato's theogony in the Tiamas or in the other dialogues does not explain the birth of the subordinate gods, the son to whom the demiurge, the father god, gives tasks to perform, and who, like his Egyptian counterpart, the god Nun, was going back to rest, his accustomed state, and to let his children finish creation. Plato, in the above cited paragraph, speaks of the sowing of souls. Now we know that this is how Ra created the god sons, or second divinities, 8 in number, who had to finish creation through normal generation and to engender Osiris and Isis, or Adam and Eve, the human race. Shu, air, a divinity, came first out of Ra's seed in a solitary and archaic way, but as Amelino remarks, how could it be otherwise? Then it was the female divinity, Tefnut, water, who was spat out by Ra. Thus was born through the demiurge Ra, the first syzygy, in other words, the first divine couple, made up of the dialectical union of the two principles or two constituent elements of the universe, the one male or active and the other female or passive. We'll pause right here and continue back with chapter 17, final chapter of Civilization or Barbarism. I'm Uriel. Highest heart.